NIU's Husky Stadium, the site for this year's 8 state title games on Thanksgiving weekend. Manny Ragumba and Michael Colzo, a couple of the weapons the Redhawks have, backer Andrew Cerny and the Rambler D, will have their hands full. Stadium rocking for the final game of the Illinois high school season. We start with the Ramblers in the red zone. Jack Penn foregoes the dive and decides option on the outside. The pitch to Fran O'Malley, not a great one. Dan Dolhide all over it for Central. Very next play, Central really isn't, are they? Yup, flea flicker in the house tonight. Jake Colby, Ben Andreas. Not the last time you'll see these two hook up. Hawks get on the board first with a field goal, 3-0. Second quarter now, Ramblers moving the ball again, Penn to the air. After escaping the pressure, he goes to Owen Buscalia. He's across midfield and a bit more. After Julius Holly ran for 2 yards on a 4th and 1, Dolhide introduces himself to the maroon and gold for a second time. John Lubanza does the tipping, but Dolhide picks up the check. Redhawk D came to play today. Once again, very soon, they're looking for a big play. Colby down the near sideline to Colzo. 15, a couple steps on his man, 47 yards on the connection. 1 of 4 receptions for the junior. Drive would stall. Connor Asali looking for his second field goal. This one from 37 yards out. Snap down, kick up. Good to go. 6-zip at halftime. More Hawks special teams in the third. Not so special here. Snap over the head of Andreas on 4th and long. Out of the end zone. Loyola on the board with the safety, 6-2. Ramblers would be forced to punt on the next series, or would they? They call the fake. Joe Dixon to John Krecky moves the chains, but wait, offensive pass interference. 6-2 the score through 3. Once again, Loyola moving the ball into the red zone early in the fourth. Penn rolls left on 1st and goal. Nick Thomas forces a 7-yard loss. 3 plays later, they're facing 4th and goal from the 5. They opt to kick the field goal. Too bad for them, no one blocked Dylan Gross. He streaks in the way of the attempt, and look at the bounce number 6 gets. Nothing but Brigham Field turf in front of Gross. He's going to cover all of it. 83 yards on the block kick, scoop and score. All of Central's points at this point from special teams. 13-2 the score. But Penn and the Rambler offense not phased. Here he finds Joe Joyce on 3rd down for 20. Joyce had 7 catches for 44 yards. 2 plays later, 1st and goal from the 8. Penn flushed out of the pocket at the north end of the field again. This time he hits O'Malley for the score. 2-point attempt good, 13-10. So with 5:39 left, the Redhawks just going to run it, right? No. Colby has Andreas in motion. He said after the game Andreas broke off the route and the 2 improvised. Pretty good choice, 33-yard gain. They're in Rambler territory. Later in the series, 4th and 1. Coach Stein and Colby talk it over. QB sneak the call. Hawks get the first. After Andreas earns another, Colby takes a knee, and the 7th-seeded Redhawks have done the unthinkable. Brought home the 2nd state title in the history of the program. 13-10 the final.
We started this journey a year ago in 5 weeks when we didn't make the playoffs. These guys dedicated themselves. They started working. We've never had a group at Naperville Central work harder than these guys. They earned the right to be here. They're a tight-knit group. I love these guys to death. And, it just shows that, hard work sometimes does pay off in life. And, the credit goes to these players stepping up and making plays. And that's what they've been able to do all year.
It's way better than I ever thought it would. It's the best feeling I've ever had. And knowing that you worked so hard for it, that it just doesn't get any better than this.
Keys in the game, as we always say, no big plays, no giving up big plays. We did that. Turnovers, we did plenty of those. And special teams. We lost all 3 phases of that. Can't win a tight game like that. It's 5 or 6 yards, so it wasn't a gimme. Obviously regret it now, but the defense was playing very well at the time. The momentum seemed to shift. I thought if we kicked the field goal, it's a 1-point game, a big stop, and good field position. I thought that was the safer choice at the time. Hindsight, we should have pulled it.
I go hard on every single punt or kickoff or field goal, and it just so happens the first one I gave was in the state championship.
Dylan's kick, our blocked kick, was just the greatest thing I've ever seen. That was Player of the Year for Naperville Central, and I love Dylan, and that was the greatest thing I've ever seen.
To be a great team, you got to be good in all 3 phases, and we've spent a lot of time preparing all 3 phases, and tonight the defense and the special teams came through, and the offense, we got just enough first downs there at the end to keep the ball away from them.
Coaches always talk about every game we've won, we've had the more turnovers, and the 3 games we lost, we didn't have any, so it was huge. Just we knew what we needed to do, and we did it.
Able to stop the run all year and all throughout the playoffs, and so that's something we take pride in, forcing teams to go pass the ball, bring teams to 2nd and long, 3rd and long, and so we noticed that they were trying to bounce it to the outside, so made a few adjustments with our defensive ends and tried to funnel it back inside, but all the credit goes to the edge players and the defensive line. They did a great job of.
The Earl lines worked so hard to be where they are, and they're some of my best friends. They're a really tight-knit group, and they all just block their butts off for me every game. And Nolan Davis, he loves football so much and just plays so hard for us. And he's blocked so hard for me this year, and all our running backs too.
At first things were going our way, and then that last drive we set the tone. We said, hey, this is the last drive of our season. We need to make sure this is. And we got it down to the 10-yard line or whatever, and that was it. That was the game.
It's sad. I'm going to be I'm not going to know what to do on Monday. This group here, we've spent a lot of time together. We put a lot of mornings, a lot of hours together. We all love going to practice every day. We love each other. It's the most fun of the day. None of us can wait till 3 o'clock, and these guys would work 7 days a week. They love to work, and I'm going to miss Monday. I'm not going to know what to do because we've been doing this for a long time, and but we're gonna enjoy this for the next few hours.